How to fix Euro Truck Simulator 2 unsupported game version error. Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, our technical laboratory is tackling the frustrating unsupported game version error in Euro Truck Simulator 2, specifically when connecting to multiplayer servers. Our diagnostics team has compiled a definitive sequence of fixes to resolve this version mismatch permanently. During our initial investigation, Teknobalta engineers discovered that checking the official multiplayer status page is your most critical first step. When the base game receives a sudden micro-update, the multiplayer client often falls behind and becomes temporarily incompatible. Our testing confirmed that verifying server status saves you hours of unnecessary troubleshooting. Our team highly recommends forcing a manual update of your multiplayer launcher to synchronize with the latest network protocols. Sometimes, the launcher fails to automatically fetch the background patches required for the new game version. Simply closing all background tasks and restarting the client triggers the necessary download cycle. If a standard update fails, Teknobalta's analysis revealed that performing a completely clean reinstallation of the launcher resolves corrupted registry entries. We suggest entirely removing the application through your system settings before downloading the freshest client from the official network. This method completely purges any leftover conflicting data files. Through extensive network testing, we found that clearing the hidden application data cache drastically improves version recognition. Navigate to your local app data directory and delete the multiplayer client folder to force a complete reset of your configuration files. This forces the system to rebuild a clean connection pathway upon your next launch. Our technical team strongly advises verifying the integrity of your core Euro Truck Simulator 2 game files through the Steam platform. This process scans your entire directory and replaces any fragmented or outdated executable files that trigger the unsupported version error. We have successfully used this method to repair countless broken installations. To prevent future version mismatches, Teknobalta recommends disabling automatic background updates for the game within your Steam Properties menu. By forcing the software to update only upon launch, you maintain complete control over which version is currently active on your machine. This prevents sudden patches from breaking your multiplayer compatibility mid-session. Our comprehensive testing showed that utilizing the Steam Beta Participation tab allows you to manually downgrade your game to the previously supported version. By selecting the exact version number required by the multiplayer servers, you bypass the incompatibility block entirely. This temporary rollback is the most effective solution while waiting for official server patches. During our diagnostic process, we noticed that an incorrect installation directory path in the launcher settings is a frequent culprit for version errors. You must ensure the launcher is explicitly pointing to the exact drive and folder where your active Steam installation resides. Rerouting this path correctly instantly synchronizes the client with your verified game version. We discovered that running the multiplayer launcher with full administrator privileges eliminates localized permission restrictions that block version checks. Right-click the application shortcut and select the administrator option to grant the software unrestricted access to your system files. This elevated access allows the client to properly read the game executable. Teknobalta's network specialists recommend flushing your system DNS cache to clear out stale server routing information. Opening the command prompt and executing the standard flush command resets your localized network identifiers and forces a fresh connection to the authentication servers. This effectively bypasses delayed network responses that cause version verification timeouts. Our security analysis indicates that Windows Defender or third-party firewalls frequently quarantine the launcher's version checking modules. Adding a direct exclusion rule for both the game executable and the multiplayer client ensures uninterrupted communication with the central servers. We verified that establishing these exceptions drastically reduces sudden connection drops. We thoroughly tested the underlying framework dependencies and found that updating your Visual C redistributable packages resolves core software communication failures. The multiplayer client relies heavily on these Microsoft libraries to accurately read the base game data and confirm version numbers. Downloading the latest unified architecture packages immediately restores this functionality. Similarly, Teknobalta recommends utilizing the built-in system repair tool to verify your current NET framework installation. Corrupted framework protocols will severely disrupt the launcher's ability to cross-reference your local game version with the server database. Repairing these foundational system components ensures a stable operating environment for the game. During our isolation testing, we confirmed that active third-party modifications in your local folder can artificially alter the game's manifest file. Temporarily moving all offline mods to a backup directory allows the multiplayer client to read an unmodified, clean game state. You can systematically reintroduce safe mods once the core version connection is established. Our laboratory identified that desynchronized Steam Cloud data can occasionally force the game to load an outdated profile configuration. Disabling cloud synchronization in your game properties forces the system to rely purely on your local, up-to-date save structure. This localized approach guarantees that the launcher scans the correct, current version parameters. Teknobalta analysts strongly suggest reviewing the primary game log text file located in your Documents folder for hidden crash flags. This localized diagnostic document meticulously records exactly which version parameter fails during the multiplayer injection sequence. Identifying the specific failing module allows for highly targeted file replacement. We found that deleting the game's configuration file forces a hard reset of all engine and graphical parameters without affecting your save data. Upon restarting, the software dynamically generates a brand new configuration file that strictly adheres to the current game update architecture. This clean slate approach flawlessly bypasses corrupted version cache data. Finally, our network monitoring confirms that if a major game update was deployed within the last few hours, waiting for the multiplayer developers to release a compatibility patch is mandatory. While offline players instantly access the new content, synchronized server architecture inherently requires a brief coding delay. Patience is required as the server framework naturally synchronizes with the new global build. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more.